Laura?
Yeah?
You have any of those sticky notes? You know, those yellow things that I rely so heavily on?
No.
You know, those little things that I have
No.
nicknamed my reason for living?
I don't think there are any left.
I got a case of them 2 weeks ago, and I know I can't go through a case in 2 weeks as much as I love them. You sure there's nothing out there? What about legal pads?
No. We're down to nothing.
Okay, well, just bring it a box of pens, and we'll call it quits. Would you do that for me?
What is with you?
All my supplies are dwindling here, you know.
Do you want me to order some more? Because if you do, just say it.
Well, you know, order them, or, you know, if you want to swing by your place and bring them back, no questions asked, you could do that also, you know?
What are you saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying whatever's more convenient for you. You could order them, or...
Are you accusing me of stealing
No.
supplies?
In fact, I was suggesting sometimes I myself will pack up stuff in a hurry, you know, and bring things home that really belong in the office, and I'm sure that you do the same, you know, or not.
Dad, what a surprise.
Ben?
You're home early, huh?
Well, you know, I left my clipboard in the kitchen. Hey, what's the chance you run up and grab it for me?
Not a good idea, Dad. I'm meeting someone here in about 5 minutes, and I don't want to miss them. So,
I didn't realize that you had a meeting.
I can't miss them, so you'll have to grab that yourself.
Who are you meeting?
I'm meeting a lady friend.
Oh,
yeah.
Someone I know?
No, not really.
Well, don't torture me, Ben. Who is the lucky gal? Tell me, please.
It's the new tenant, Dad, from downstairs, right?
Right.
You know, remember we saw her moving in?
Right.
Last week?
Mm-hmm.
You remember, we almost helped.
Right, with the very large, can't help but notice.
Didn't really notice,
yeah.
Dad, yeah. I don't,
Well, she is a stunning young lady, Ben. I have to say that for you.
Oh, thanks.
You work fast. Good
Thanks
for you.
Again. Yeah, you got to seize the moment, you know?
Well, that's the truth.
If you want to be a man, you got to take a stand.
Hey, tell me about it. How'd you meet her?
What?
How'd you meet her?
Well, technically, this is actually going to be our first real meeting in a few minutes.
What do you mean?
So I should really, you know, sort of be alone here, gather my thoughts, go over my notes, limber up. Probably you should excuse yourself and, you know, head off to work. You have a job. Yeah.
Wasn't that her?
Oh, great. You know, thanks a lot, Dad.
So, that must have been a little disappointing, the first meeting.
Well, actually, I thought it sort of went well. I mean,
I guess you didn't really clash on any issues, and that's...
Maybe it was better that I didn't talk right off.
Can't hurt.
Although I think you sort of cramped my style a little bit. You
Well,
were kind of all over me.
You have to let this thing evolve.
You were coming up too close on me.
You have to let this thing run its own course, Ben. You can't sort of force the issue, you know? Well, you're a healthy young man.
You know, there's always still when she comes home from work. I'll be here.
Well, you mean you're going to come back?
No, I'm going to wait here.
Ben, you seem to have her schedule down pretty tight.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I've been just, you know, keeping tabs on her over the course of the last week since she's moved in. So I
just sort of looking out for her interests.
Well, not as much as, of her interest, but you know, when she leaves, when she comes back, what she does, her likes, her dislikes, you know, what kind of food she orders.
Yeah, they're going to lock you up, Ben.
Yeah. What?
They're going to lock you up in a cell for life.
Come on, Dad, don't be that way.
You got to back off. You got to you got to give her some space.
What a racket. This is a racket. This is a racket. This is a racket. You are capitalizing on... You know what this business is all about? Capitalizing on people's problems. Oh, boy, let's hope he's got some new problems.
You said it.
Yeah, I can hear Cash. Problems from heaven. That should be the shrink song. Not pennies. Problems. And he should change his name to Dr. Cash.
Well, that's funny.
I saw something today that bothered me. Maybe you can help me with it. Okay, I don't mind people who park in the handicapped space. There's always going to be people who do that. They shouldn't do that. We know that. You can make a mistake. Maybe you don't see it. But here's what bothers me. Handicapped people parking in a regular spot. I saw it. It bothered me.
Did you say anything?
No.
Yeah.
I just can't confront. I have trouble. Why is it that my voice goes up sometimes? Can you help me with that? It gets very high, and I don't know what that means.
Well, I think are your pants tight?
Let me check.
Just let them out a notch.
Look at this.
Sit back. Let them out a notch.
They are tight.
Yeah.
Let me just. There we go. That's a lot better.
Take a deep breath.
That's a lot better.
There you go.
How does my ass look? I'm going, actually, honest to God, I'm going for a colon exam.
Have you had this procedure before?
No, I haven't.
Can I recommend something?
Yeah.
Have it done professionally.
You know, that is not a bad idea, because I was a little hesitant at first. 7:30 on a Saturday night sounds like an odd time.
That's all I'm saying. So how's it been going?
I'm making progress.
Yeah.
Actually, yesterday when I was jogging, when she was jogging, I bumped her.
You want to wash or dry, Ben? We can do that while we're talking.
What's that?
You want to wash or dry?
You do both.
Ben.
Dry.
Ben.
Yeah. Please don't try and nail me down right now, Dad. I mean, I need...
Come on.
I'll dry.
Okay, so the other day you're jogging.
Oh, yeah, and I bumped into her. I mean, I just really bumped into her. And she fell over.
Right.
And she said, watch where you're going. And, I mean, that's a good sign, because she's concerned. You know, she said...
Oh, you think she was giving you some advice?
Yeah, I didn't say anything back. I couldn't think of anything.
Yeah.
But I didn't help her up. She got up on her own. And she jogged up.
Well, you don't want to get involved with a woman who's going to depend on you for every little thing.
Yeah.
All right?
I think that's true, yeah. I mean, you got to give them their independence.
If you do knock her down again, though, Ben...
Yeah.
I think you win. Right. I don't know how the game goes, but I think two knockdowns.
Three knockdowns.
Oh, was it three? I'm sorry.
3 knockdowns in your... Yeah.
Laura, you should be a little happier. You know, I don't know what's your problem. You have a slight swelling of the attitudinal glands.
Could you please take a seat until I call your name?
Oh, right! Like, I'm going to take orders from you? I don't think so. You have a major problem here, and you need a makeover, honey, and that's why you're crabbing out. I'm going to fix you up. Look at this bustier. Look at me. Oh, don't you love this look?
Well, you know, Laura is Laura, you know?
I keep seeing this look on her face, like she's so bored and she's so, you know, she's just tired of everything. And so why does she even get out of bed?
I'm not sure, really. You know, she's Hey, I don't want to talk about her. I want to talk about you. I
was just trying to help you with her.
No, I know that. I appreciate that. I think your feelings about her are much stronger than mine.
But my feelings about everything are stronger than yours, Doctor.
No, that's
Let's face it. Yes, you're constantly wavering.
No,
why can't you be definite? You're always like, well, maybe that's okay, Judy.
Well, because I'm not sure about that.
You're a sensitive and caring nurturer.
Thanks. I feel like a lot of your anger is totally misdirected.
Really?
Yeah.
Where should it go?
Well, that's what we have to find out. We have to explore a little bit. We have to send out a probe.
But I didn't even think I was angry. I'm angry?
I think so, Judy. I think you have a lot of anger.
I thought that was called personality. Excuse me. Hello, that's why I wasn't allowed in a sorority. I don't know. It's like I always had to take care of my brothers when I was a kid, you know.
Yeah.
And I had to babysit my younger brother, Bosco. All my brothers are named Bosco.
Yeah.
And the oldest one is Bosco Dan. And then my brother, Bosco Bill, one day he burnt down the house. And I said, Bosco Bill, why did you burn the house? And he goes, well, it was laughing at me.
Huh.
I said, hello, it was laughing with you.
Sure. I don't know. It seems to me like it can't really have a happy ending. You know what I mean?
Really? Well,
I mean, what's the best thing that'll happen is she'll have him arrested.
That's the best?
oh, come on. You know, I don't... It sounds pretty harmless to me, really. It's sort of, cute.
It's cute. You know,
it's kind of cute.
It's cute if they were in school and, he was admiring her from a distance. But when you're 24 and you're admiring somebody with very high-power binoculars from a distance, it's just different,
Well, he's shy.
It's just technologically different. Excuse me? It's just technologically different. I mean...
I think you're being a little critical.
Well, he's always had a hard time approaching women that he's been attracted to. But I don't feel like... I think, if anything, he's putting a distance between him and this woman. He's making her into sort of an object of desire, and he just...
Objet désir.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's French.
Right.
Is she French?
Oh, stop.
No.
I don't like... I was once with this woman and she talked in bed to the point where I had to say, hang up the phone and pay a little attention to me.
Sure.
That hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, I think I'm good in bed. I never fall out. I have guardrails. I have a hospital bed.
You drawn to older women?
Well, I have found many, many interesting things from older women. I learned from older women. Did you know that Social Security checks come on Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
I never knew that. And you can always tell how old a woman is by what they yell when they're, this woman yelled, "I like Ike." And you go, oh my God, how old are you? But, the last time I had sex, it went fine,
Who won?
I guess it was a draw, in a way, because we ended up having an argument over who was the most disappointed, and then I took off.
Garry, is it important when you make love that you and your partner finish together?
And by partner, you mean the other person?
Yeah, I'm talking about the other person.
Right, because sometimes there's another person.
But is that an issue for you, Garry? I mean, the simultaneous...
Well,
because
I think it's more important to really start together than end together. That's always been my feeling. As long as you start at the same time. There's nothing more embarrassing, than starting up ahead of your partner, as you call it. Yeah, I don't know. It's difficult to be... It's not a monogamous world, but, I'm so frightened of disease. It's to the point I won't have sex with someone unless they say, okay.
Good for you.
Yeah, well, you got to draw the line somewhere.
Sure. This quality that you're describing to me is not a bad thing. This sense of loyalty.
No, I mean, I think I've always been loyal in any relationship. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Even when I go out with my mother, I don't look at other moms. I don't think, hey, what does her macaroni and cheese taste like? When I'm out with a woman, I am with that woman.
Mm-hmm.
Even with my pets, with my dog.
Yeah.
I'd go to a friend's house and play with their dog.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest fear in life is that I would come home with dog hair all over me. My dog would say, "Where the hell have you been?" And I say, "Hey, all I did was throw him the ball, I swear."
Mm-hmm. Okay, you got kicked out of Catholic school. Tell me again, what exactly happened with you and the nun?
I gave her a shaving mug for Father's Day.
Big mistake.
She would always penalize me. She sent me to geography. I hated geography, don't you? Didn't you?
What's that?
Didn't you hate geography class?
I had a hard time with that.
You know why? Because it's just like history, except without people and dates. Okay? It's redundant. Okay, so anyway, She sends me to geography. We had this really senile teacher, Mrs. Handbag. She's, Judy, you don't scare me. I got a little girl at home just like you. I said, oh, please, come on. My dad couldn't have been that drunk. You got to know how to talk to people. That's what I'm learning.
Yeah.
Doctor, you got to know how to make friends. Am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right.
But what I've learned is Friends are just enemies who don't have the guts to kill you. I'm learning this.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should just confront her. Is that crazy? Stanley, just say, I know what you're up to, and it's got to stop. I mean, I have a feeling that she would be relieved if she just came clean, and then we could sort of get on with.
I don't understand. What is the big deal? What she has some of the stuff at home?
The big deal is that I spend about, $200 every third month on office supplies.
Yeah.
And essentially, I got an order 2 weeks ago, and everything is gone,
It's not like she's stealing.
Well, the stuff leaves, leaves
Yeah,
with
but
her.
that's not stealing.
Well, what is it then, Stan?
You have it at home. You work in an office, there's stuff you have some at home.
Yeah, but
Everybody does.
I don't know why
You're saying that's
I don't know why
stealing?
you're defending her.
Because it's not stealing.
Julie,
Everybody does.
am I crazy? I mean, don't you think that she needs to come clean at least? I'm not.
It's upsetting to me to even be hearing you guys talk about this because this happened to me once.
Well, somebody was.
But I was on the other end of it.
I knew you were a crook.
Come on.
When I first met you, slippery fingers,
No,
Julie.
come on.
No,
Seriously,
tell us what happened.
What happened?
once I was working in this place, and they accused me of stealing, and it was awful because it didn't seem like there was nothing that I could say to convince them. Once you get this into your mind that she's done this, and I don't know if she's done it or not, it's like won't matter what she says.
No burden of proof.
Well, I haven't accused her of anything. I mean, I think that.
Well, it sounds like you're pretty.
Well, she is the only one that has access to the office besides me and the cleaning service. That's it.
You have a cleaning service?
Yes. You've been using Finders Keepers. I hate to see you moping around, Ben. It's just so.
I just wish she
look so defeated,
I wish she just, been more diplomatic or let me down more gently.
Well, what exactly did she say?
She said, hey, fatty.
I guess she didn't understand you, Ben. She misconstrued the stalking.
Yeah, you'd think you could take it in a good light, but you can't.
Well, she never really saw you in a good light.
It's just so hard to meet women nowadays,
Yeah.
in this day and age.
Well, you might have to leave the building.
Yeah, you'd think.
Yeah, like your left hand.
Yeah.
Just think of that as all your enemies. And you keep pressing really hard. And, it's like, hey, pigs. And then the right hand are people that you kind of love. Oh, wait, I goofed it up, Doctor.
That's okay.
Oh, wait.
I can see yeah.
Hey!
Let's do this. Let's put this away, and we'll do it a little later. Can you? No, that's okay. That's good. That's excellent. Let me ask you some more about your family while we're on the subject. Can I do that?
Yeah.
First of all, is your dad still alive?
My father passed away.
Long time ago.
This is when I feel that you do not listen to me. Do you remember about 5 years ago, I was sobbing and uncontrollably, session after session, for, I believe, 6 months? Do you remember that? That is because my father died.
Okay.
And it upset me. Oh, my God, you don't even remember that my father passed away.
I'm sorry. That's something that's my fault. But tell me about your father. What kind of man was he? My father was a wonderful man who used to mow the lawn. We lived in a residential community. Mm-hmm. Just had a regular little ranch house on a little backyard, maybe 10 square feet of grass. But my dad had one of those lawnmowers you just sit on, and it was 10 square feet of grass. But he had one of those lawnmowers, and every Saturday he'd come in and go, "It's harvest season, son." Dad used to get carried away. You miss him, don't you? I don't think it matters to you. You didn't remember that he passed away. It's coming back now. And it's the issue of just talking faster. I have to be honest with you. As long as I've been coming here, you have really helped me. Don't get me wrong.
I guess I would just ask you to talk. If I think we could get more accomplished in a shorter period of time if you talked faster. I mean,
You want me to pick up the pace?
That would be great.
I can do that. I don't think that's the problem. I think that I
Well, see, I think it's those gaps there.
It's not that I'm struggling to speak. I'm making a careful response, and I'm trying to find out what it is that you're saying to me.
Yeah, it just seems to have stretched the therapy out to something that is costing me a lot of money now.
I'm not trying to prolong your treatment. I'm just trying to give you help.
Well, all right, but I'm just saying in this time we've already been talking.
Whoops, you know what the music means.
Well, I...
Whoop.